Well, good evening and welcome to Surviving with Style by Gregory Stewart. So I was at Trader Joe's earlier, and I always love when I walk in the door and they have the flowers setting everywhere. So I purchased a little bit of my favorite flowers. And we're going to talk about what they are, and we're going to make a quick arrangement. We always have fresh flowers in the house here. In fact, I don't ever remember a time since I purchased this home and brought it back to life that there's not been fresh flowers in it. Other people might waste money on many frivolous items. I waste money on beautiful things for the home. So this vase is one of my favorite vases. It is a will-cut glass vase. It's not crystal. It is a glass, and it is from about the Depression period, about 1930. It's beautiful. It does have some chips around the top, but something of this age you usually will not find without some chips on it. So I love to use this vase for my arrangements. We're going to make this arrangement, I'm going to say, in 5 minutes. So this will be a short video. However, I am going to hold this up and show you. I have some bread that I put out to go stale because tomorrow I'm going to make a video on bread pudding. So stay tuned for that if you want to learn how to make bread pudding. But for tonight, we're going to make the arrangement. So I purchased at Trader Joe's. This is called Silver Dollar Eucalyptus, Standard Eucalyptus, Hydrangea, which is one of my favorite flowers, Alstroemeria lilies, which are also one of my favorites because this flower can literally last about 3 weeks if you change your water every few days. And then this takes me back to my childhood and is really one of my all-time favorite. And when my husband and I were married back in June, we had probably, I want to say I had 500 stems of this in various arrangements. It's called stock. It is the most heavenly scented flower you can get. It is just incredible. It doesn't last for a particularly long time, so you're going to have this flower for probably 3 or 4 days and then remove it from the arrangement. But I have it because of the nostalgia that goes along with it. It's really a cottage garden flower. When I was younger, I would see these growing in my grandparents' gardens, and it's just always something that brings back memories of my grandparents. So we're going to start with this arrangement, and if you've watched any of my previous segments, you know that I tell you don't put too much thought in this. What you need is a vase. I already took the liberty to put Floral Life in here, which is a flower preservative. Usually if you buy flowers, you'll get a packet of preservative. Just mix all those together and put in your vase. You will probably want a pair of scissors or snips. I use a design knife when I design. So we're just simply going to start with the hydrangeas, and I've already taken the liberty to cut the stems fresh on them, but I will go ahead and cut it again just so you can see. I cut it at an angle, and we're just going to set that in there. You'll want to pull off if you have yellowed leaves on the hydrangeas because these are literally cut and packed, and oftentimes will stay what they call dry packed for a week or so before they actually get into water. Or they will sometimes put a little baggie of water with a rubber band around it. So you may get it both ways. Just know if it does wilt, one way to revive it is to sink it completely in a sink of water, and it'll usually pick itself back up. So we're simply going to, again, I'm cutting those at an angle, and I'm going to use those as the base floral in this design. And again, I'm removing all of the yellowed leaves. And a fresh cut is really necessary because it opens it up if it's healed any and allows it to pull water uptake a little bit better. So this is going to be the base, and now we're just going to move to the seeded, well, this isn't seeded euc, this is silver dollar euc. But we're going to start with it, and I just want to simply just start placing it down in there. Pull off the lower leaves if they're going to be down in the water. And the reason I like the silver dollar uke is because it does drape down, and I think that really gives a depth to your arrangement. And let's see, I'll put this one back here. But you can see kind of what I've done there. The next item that I'm going to go with is the Alstroemeria lilies. Again, always do a fresh cut. And I'm just going to stick this maybe down in the center. And this is going to look very compact, but you'll see what we do in a minute to make it rise and have some volume to it. Again, I'm not putting a lot of thought in where I'm putting these flowers, and I think that is the key for people who haven't designed to... We have 3 miniature schnauzers, and they are upset with me right now because I won't let them in the kitchen while I'm making this video. So they're standing at the gate and barking at me. Yet they have an entire room in the back with 2 sofas in it that they can be enjoying. So there's usually, when you get the Alstroemeria lilies, there's 10 stems in a bunch, and you will be amazed as you watch these flowers progress in size over the next few days. They really are just gorgeous. And I love this color combination, so that's why I went with this color combination. They had roses, but we have what they call David Austin roses here at the Schuessler house in our landscape. David Austin roses are an old world European rose, and we have them in about every color, so I get spoiled with those in spring and summer, and I really don't like getting any other type of rose to have in the home. So we truly treat roses as a seasonal, unless I'm making like a centerpiece for Christmas or something like that. So remember, I was telling you we're going to make some volume now. Now that all these stems are down here in the vase, we can use them to hold other stems up. So as you see, I'm just pulling up for some volume. And by doing that, it almost makes the arrangement look about double its size. Now I'm going to add the stock. Again, this is my favorite floral. I absolutely love stock. As you see, I did a clean cut on it. So I do appreciate everyone who has been hitting the like button and subscribing to my station. The last video that I uploaded was a tablescape, and within 9 days it hit over 1,000 views, and I was just delighted to see that, and very humbled that people appreciate what I'm doing. And thank you for the comments for those that have reached out. And I am going to be doing some future segments based on some feedback from people. I'll lift that up again to give some volume. And then the last thing that I'm going to add is the regular eucalyptus, standard eucalyptus. And I will just start putting that in sporadically. Remember to pull off the leaves. I love the smell of eucalyptus. It is absolutely wonderful. And for those that say they can't design, you really can. Anyone can design. It just takes imagination, creativity, and the desire to make the product, and you can do it. So as you can see, in 5 minutes, I've made this arrangement. I feel it's very natural, it's airy, which I love. You can continue to move your flowers in to fill any gaps that you see. But again, you're making it for yourself. If you like it, that's all that matters. Don't worry about what other people think. Okay, so you can see I've placed the arrangement on the table next to the piano room. I really love this because it's very natural looking. It has some of my favorite flowers in it. And I feel like the hydrangea really plays on the pumpkins that are below it. We're right at Halloween. So if we have some friends over for the next couple nights to visit or play card games or something like that, I feel like this is just a beautiful vignette in itself and they will appreciate it. If they don't, I certainly do. So remember, anyone can make this. I did add up the total cost of this and it was $23 for all the flowers that you see in there. And this is every bit of a $75 arrangement if you were to purchase it at a florist. So don't be afraid to take it on, and I wish you great designing. So remember, as I always close every segment, love is love, embrace and celebrate diversity and inclusion. Till next time, take care.